Welcome everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Islam podcast. It's your host Abdullah Patel. It's my first time hosting the season, so it's good to be back. And yes, welcome everyone to who's in the chat. So today, we'll do a week 3 and 4 recap. And joined with me today, as you can see, we have the lovely Uber GMs.
How's it going?
Welcome, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
We're good.
I'm good, alhamdulillah. So it's good. It's good to have you guys on the podcast. It's been a quarter through the season, and we have a lot to talk about. You guys can kind of talk about your team, what's working, what's not working. We'll dedicate a big section to that, and nonetheless, we'll get started. We'll get started with the recap. You guys have any words before we start?
No, thank you for having us. That's it.
Thank you for having us, AP.
No worries. Thanks for being on. So yeah, with that, we'll get started with week 3. So we didn't have a podcast last week, so we'll go through the podcast this week. So the first game was Yaqeen, which is actually my team, and we beat Iman 3-1. And we did have a few videos from the game, but unfortunately, like technical difficulties, we couldn't get it on the thing. But overall, it was a pretty good game from the Yaqeen side. And we Zaid, we beat your brother, and he was actually on the side. He came late, so he was on the side, And when
I heard about that.
Minutes, so
I heard both GMs were late. I don't know if just one. I heard both were late. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I think Bilal came right before ball drop, but yeah.
If the GM wasn't there on time, I don't know who he is, but whoever he is, you got to be on time. Simple.
For sure. So yeah, Zaid, did your brother have any words after this game? He his team. It was a close game, but we kind of came out with it, and he didn't look too happy. So yeah, do you have any insider info?
I know Rehan Ghazi had a nice goal. I know he scored. I wasn't there for the game personally, but yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
You got player of the week this week, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. So thanks for bringing it up. I didn't want to toot my own horn. So, yeah, thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll move into 9 p.m. last week. So this was a pretty big game actually. Haya versus Taqwa. The Siddiqui brothers at this point were 0-2 after going like almost undefeated last season. And they were going up against Haya, who is coming off a loss. So this game was won, I believe, with like 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, I remember that goal. They're putting on that goal at the end.
Yeah, so really good job by Haya, and they've actually surprised a couple of teams. Like they didn't have the best game in week 2, but week 3 they bounced back, and we'll talk about week 4 as well, where they got a big win. But did you guys catch any of this game?
Yeah, I saw the end. I saw the goal at the end. It was a pretty nice goal. Haya was really putting on the pressure. But yeah, it was a good game. I think Mohamed Mogul had a good game too. I think he was in net for them.
I didn't see this game, but I think Gray's really good. They have Altaf. They have the kid Rayan. He's really good. They have a couple of vets. So they're a good team. So we haven't played him yet, but when we play him, we know it's going to be tough. But this is a close game, considering that he was letting like 4 goals every game. It's a really close game. Mohamed Mogul, shout out. Yeah, he played pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we my team also, we played them in week 1, and it was a pretty close game where we lost 2-1 to them as well. So Rayan's having a pretty good season. I think Luke and Akib are really getting into it. So before we move on, we actually have a comment here from Muhammad. He says, "Can we get a dude from Reese?" So
move on.
Okay, let's move on. With that, let's move into the third game in week 3. It was a big win from Ihsan actually over Ikhlas. Abdulaziz Khan with the first star, Imran Shah with the second star, and Ali Wadi with the third star. I caught like most of this game, and I was very, very surprised by like how good Ihsan was. Like I knew they were good just based off of who they drafted, but like these guys were on a tear. Like Dawood, Hamza, Zahir, like everyone was scoring, everything was moving, and they're getting secondary scoring, as you can see from like Abdulaziz and Imran. So I think you guys were already watching after this. So
they were loading on the shots. I mean, Imran Shah was in front. I think he got the tip in, or just put it in front. But yeah, they were shooting a lot. Abdulaziz Khan had a good game too. But yeah, they were putting the pressure on the whole game.
I know Munawar wasn't there, so that one of the, and it was one guy, but that's one of the reasons you see the score 5-2. Mooney wasn't there, but like you said, Abdulaziz, Imran Shah, great depth picks. When they score, you're probably gonna win because that means everyone else is scoring. Zahir scoring, Hamza scoring, you're gonna win.
Yeah, for sure. And I think with that, they're still undefeated even after this week. But I think Isan is have you guys played them yet?
We tied them.
Yeah, we tied them.
You tied them. Okay, so you're basically the only team to keep them from a win. So what is your kind of secret to, or what worked for you? Tips for the new teams that are going to verse them this week.
Shooting, just shoot. We shot. I think one of our goals went in literally from the blue dot in the center circle. Shoot the ball. Like you shoot it, you have a better chance of it going in. You got to stop Hamza. He's pretty fast.
Yeah, they're a fast team too.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of kids on that team.
Yeah, a lot of transition hockey. So you stop that, you have a better chance to win. Not gonna say you're gonna win. You have a better chance to win though.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, honestly, that I think we also had some footage from here, but okay, no, it's not working. Never mind. I don't know. The videos are being a little bit weird. Sorry about that, guys. But we'll move into 11 p.m. for week 3, and this was your guys' game. So I'll let you guys kind of walk us through what happened. I know it was a couple of weeks ago, but try to keep it as accurate as possible.
Yeah, I don't think Riaz was here for this game. We had an emergency goalie in net, but it was a good game. The whole game was good. It was back and forth. I think a lot of penalties in the game. I remember we were up 3-2 with 30 seconds left, and they scored to tie it.
Oh damn!
Our other 2 games too, but it was a good game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Riaz, why weren't you there that game? You as a GM, you're letting your team down, man.
I was out of town. I just wasn't available. We had a good goalie though. We had Ray. That's my guy. From what I heard, he played pretty well. Again, this is a good team. When they have guys like Yaya shooting, guys like Bully shooting, they're a pretty good team. I don't know if Abu Mandro is there, but when he's there, they're pretty dangerous. Their record is, they missed a few guys early on. But from what I heard, we played pretty well. I think we'll talk about it later, but just lack of closing the games out is what's costing us right now.
Yeah, for sure. So I think with this team, the main issue is attendance. Like
yeah.
Every single game, these guys come right at game time, and they have throughout the first period, it's like every single whistle, there's a guy coming from the locker room. So I think with Rida, attendance is the big issue. But when they have a full team, they look like on paper one of the best teams in the league. So yeah, I think attendance and kind of being on time will just be the thing for them, for the week. And yeah, with that, we'll move into the week 3 player of the week.
Just want to say thank you to the refs for choosing me for the week player of the week, and a big shout out to the sponsor Nook for sponsoring this award. So Friday was a tough game. We got out to an early lead thanks to a beautiful pass from Wakar, and I was able to double it with another great pass from Wakar. Other than that, we had a really stellar defensive performance. Shout out Adam Ahmed for that snipe, and Zakaria Ali, everyone else on defense, and shout out Ali Khawaja for stellar goaltending performance. Thanks, to Yusuf Kapoor for having an off day and letting me get 2 quick ones past him. And yeah, shout out to Mohamed Khalir also for not playing defense and letting me score both of those goals. So yeah, Jazakallah for the award. Looking forward to an exciting season. And I want to challenge Ismail Malik for to win the next week's Player of the Week award. Assalamualaikum.
So yeah, as you guys can see, that's an absolute stud, all-star. I don't even know who this guy is. Yeah, no, thanks, guys. So I actually, a couple people messaged me and is like, "Yo, am I even allowed to get Player of the Week?" But I don't know. Tony, I slipped him a 20 and he gave me, he let me have my moment. So yeah,
love it.
So yeah, with that, we'll move into this last week's scores. And yeah, like we mentioned, kind of with Rida, is when they have a full bench, they are a really good team. And yeah, they really showed that this week by beating Taqwa 6-3. Abu Mandra with 2 goals, Yusuf Siddiqui actually with a hat trick. So he had the 3 goals for Taqwa, and his team might not be performing as well, but he's he hasn't lost a step, and he's still putting his team on his back and really trying to do anything. So did you guys catch catch this game?
Yeah, we did actually. It was a pretty fast-paced game. I mean, everybody was running. On Taqwa, they're putting the pressure on, but they couldn't seem to score from the other lines. But I mean, it was a good game. But yeah, Rida was good. They had most of their guys, and they have a good flow. when everyone shows up on their team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Black, you got one guy scoring. I mean, you just got to outscore Yusuf 6-3, and you're gonna win the game almost every time. So, kind of need some defensive help back there. I think. I don't know. I haven't seen all their games, but 6 goals in a game is kind of indicative of defensive help. But we'll see.
Yeah, we face them this week, so
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, that's true.
When you got guys like Abu coming in that for Blue, it's a lot. It makes a difference, right? So.
Yeah, for sure. And so you guys know the Siddiqui brothers really well, and compared to last season, what has been like the change that they, what has been kind of their problem for them moving 0-4, kind of moving from last season going to the finals, coming up short, to this season kind of starting at the bottom.
Last season, I think they had a bit of a better defensive presence. I think they started off with Maju as well, so you got solid goaltending. No, I didn't. Last season, I didn't really see all their games, but I played for them one game. They had Delal Relby back there, stud defenseman. He's a vet, but he can still get it done. That's something they're missing right now. Delal Relby.
Oh.
Bilal's dad.
Last season.
So last season, Bilal's dad. That's the difference. Like, you don't have Bilal's dad there. You got Bilal there still, but no Bilal's dad. It's a little bit of a shaky defense. That's part of the reason, I think.
For sure. Yeah, honestly, I think, with their defense, they lost guys like Zakaria Ali.
Him too.
Misbah Siddiqui. Like, they lost 3 really good D-men. And so, they drafted almost an identical forward line. But yeah, I think on D is really where they're kind of getting caught. And I guess you can see that from the scores. So we'll actually move to your game now. This game ended 3-3.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are still without a win,
Yeah, every game's a tie. It's all 3-3. It's always 3-3.
Another tie. Omar Khan with 2 goals. So
Omar Khan.
shout out Omar Khan. Great.
Guy.
I played with him Salam Cup Juniors. I played with him last season with Rida when we won. He had a sick goal in the finals. Really good pickup for you guys. Kind of pretty late in the draft, and second star Mohammed Kaif and third star Saqib Kokar. So what kind of happened in this game? Like who honestly, I'll let you pin the blame on any one of you guys, but whose fault was it?
Yeah, I think their team was short too. They were short benched, so I think they only had 2 lines. But they're 2 fast lines, and it was a pretty fast-paced game. It was a slow-paced game from the penalties, but in terms of running, they were running every shift. We were missing, I think, 1 guy. But Omar Khan showed up, 2 goals. It was good.
Yeah, like we had the lead. It was 3-2. I think it was like 5 minutes left, maybe like 6 minutes left. We lost the battle in the corner. They got it out to the front. I made the first save, let up a juicy rebound. All night was juicy rebounds, by the way. That's on me. But rebound, they score 3-3. Like I said, we had a power play at the end of the game. Bilal comes down the other end. I think he took a dive. That's subjective, but I think he took a dive. Then it's 4-on-4 and the game's over. But it's on me from the jump. You got to protect the lead. It was not a nasty slapper. It was a wrist shot, but it's all the same. But yeah, it starts with me. I got to protect the lead, and then it trickles out. If I can protect the lead, we'd be 3-1, or we'd be 2-2. We wouldn't be 0-1-3. That's my fault for sure.
For sure. And honestly, like we played Iman last week or the week before, and they're a really, really fast team. Like I think
they're a fast team.
They have arguably the fastest team in the league. And you take 1 look, Bilal is gone. You take 1 look, Rian is gone, or so yeah. So I think one honestly common theme with you guys is penalties, man. What's keeping you guys in the penalty box?
We do take a lot of penalties. I think Real took a penalty 1 game.
All right, first of all, let me say, Hamza Gaya, now that he's here, that's my guy, first of all. But took a bit of a dive. That's neither here nor there. We have to stay out of the box. We have to move our feet. We have a fast team. We have you look at the top end of our draft, there was, some older guys, veterans. But the middle, bottom, we got a bunch of young guys, and they can all run. I've seen them all play. It's not like I haven't seen them play. I've seen them all play. They can all run. We have to take short shifts, have to move our feet, have to stop taking stick and fraction penalties, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
For sure. So, I think we have Hamza Gaya saying here, be on time. So I think that's foreshadowing for this week. So let's see who has the last laugh and who's going to be on the podcast next week to talk about it. So yeah, we'll move into the 10 o'clock game. Haya shuts out Ikhlas. 3 stars, all 3 from Haya: Sufyan Sheikh, Huzaifa Mahida, and Altaf Panchari.
Yeah,
I got the tail end of this game. I thought this was a really, really good game for Haya. For a team as dangerous of Ikhlas, they weren't able to get on the score sheet. Usman, Mooney, Ali, were not able to kind of get it done. And Haya really showed that they have what it takes and they're not just a thing. So we have a comment here from KM, which I don't know who that is, but it's not you guys. But yeah, basically he's a big fan of Riaz. So shout out to Riaz's fans.
Anyway. First of all, just this game first. Like I said before, Gray, good team. They got Altaf, they got Sufyan, they got the goalie's pretty good. Huzaifa's pretty good. They have a good team. There's the Haya. I think the hustle's back or whatever it is now, but I think it's back.
They have a good team.
Green didn't get exposed. 3-0 is not bad. Might have been an empty netter in there. I didn't see the whole game.
I didn't see Don out there.
You didn't see Usman out there. Shots to Usman.
I don't know if he was there, Don. I don't know if he was there.
Wow. So we have from Zaid Kalir here. He doesn't know if Osman Butter was there or not. So
I didn't see him.
He's distant.
Yeah.
I didn't go with him.
So if he's watching this, if you were there, you need to really shut him up. The next time you guys play him. So
yeah, I mean they beat us pretty bad. So
yeah,
we'll have to come back.
Donnie. But yeah, Gray's good, man. I think they have a really good team, sleeper team, I think. And Green, they'll bounce back. I mean, we have guys like that on the team. They'll bounce back. I didn't trip him, but okay.
Wow. So we have
Yeah, this is Des, man. I don't know.
Add him to the call.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, honestly, Haya looks really, really good this season. And I think Luke and Akib, they usually always have that Haya hustle mentality. And I think they've been trying to get Altaf, and finally the chance to get Altaf. They took him, and he's really been pivotal for them.
Kind of with he loves it there. So yeah.
And then Rayan too as well. Both fast guys, like their top 2 picks, super, super fast. So I think
that's from the goalie.
Really, and a shout out from Huzaifa. So we'll move into the 11 o'clock game. This was a Ihsan 2-1 win over Yaqeen, my team. The game started with a power play goal from Zahir Qazi. These guys, it was a good goal. It was like a passing play. Zahir ran in back post and had a nice one-timer. No chance for the goalie. And it stayed like that for most of the game. We finally tied it up. Mazhak breakaway, got tripped and dived, and then still dangled Arsenal and scored. Ooh. So he Maz ended up inside the net. So it was a really, really good goal, and it stayed 1-1 all the way until 1 minute left when it was actually my fault. I'll take responsibility for this one. I was waiting at the red line for a breakaway. I was hoping someone would chip it up and I would get a breakaway and score an Arsenal. And so I was not running back. And then what happened was the pass to me got intercepted. And then Qasim Mahmood intercepted the pass, took a shot on goal, and Hamza Ali got the rebound and put it in front. So I'll apologize to my team actually. But yeah, that was the difference maker. Hamza Ali with the game-winning goal with a minute left. And we actually had footage of this one as well, but for some reason it's not working. But nonetheless, a really good game from Ihsan, who at this point is first place and kind of looks to be the team to beat the season a quarter way in. So
shout out Arsenal Butty. I didn't see the game, but I heard he played pretty well. They told me, guys on white told me they just couldn't score on him. Now, whenever you say that as a player, it's pretty good. When you can't score on a goalie, one goal, especially your team, you have a pretty good team. You have an offensive, structure there. When you can't score on a guy, it's a good feeling for a goalie. Coming from the goalie union, head of the goalie union or a member, whatever, it feels good. So shout out Arsenal, shout out Huzaifa, shout out this week as well. So shout out those two guys.
For sure. And yeah, honestly, for us, we hit the post 3 times. Adam Ahmed had a breakaway.
Oh,
yeah. He got his own rebound and empty net, and he hit the post on it. So that one really hurt.
Sound like this guy right here.
Yeah. So I really think we just weren't taking our chances, and that kind of hurt us because we do have a good offensive team, but I think it also showed us that there are some defensive lapses, and we were missing Wakar as well. So that's a big missing piece on the off.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. Yeah. And yeah, with that, we'll talk about the player of the week.
Team Taqwa here. I'd first just like to give thanks to the refs for choosing me as player of the week. Secondly, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our sponsors this season, Nook's Vibrant Kitchen. They offer tons of great halloumi
What you got?
options. In terms of kind of season going and and the performance of our team, we're currently 0-4, so looking for a huge bounce back win this upcoming Friday, and also just looking forward to seeing all you guys this Friday, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, with that, Yusuf's the player of the week. Did you guys catch any of his goals or no?
Yeah, I think I saw one.
Yeah, I saw a couple of them.
They have a fast line. That's a pretty speedy line they got. I think it's the Siddiqui line.
I think this is his like third or fourth player of the week award. So he's no stranger to the player of the week. But I really think for these guys, like what's not working for them is on defense. Like I think they definitely need to make a move, probably sooner rather than later. One thing we saw last season was like at the trade deadline, the bottom teams are trading, but the players didn't have enough time to like gel with the team.
Yeah.
And so they like when you trade at the deadline and then that week you need to win 3 straight, like from that week on, it's gonna hurt you. So I think one thing for the teams at the bottom is we'll take a look at the standings though.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a while before we get to you guys, but basically we have Ihsan at the top, 3 wins, 1 tie, 7 points.
Oh, Ihsan's first.
Yeah, Ihsan's first place. These guys are the team to beat. And just 1 point behind them is Haya. 3 wins and a loss is a really good, like for a quarter into the season. Haya is looking good, and I think they do have the second lowest goals scored though. So I think they're gonna need to start picking up offense when they start playing teams like Ikhlas, teams like Rida, that kind of have a lot of goals. And
Iman's third.
So your brother knows what he's doing. He's having, but to be fair, it's only 2 points. It's only 2 points separates you guys.
They got the Mohadins. They got the good timings on their games. 9 p.m.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna say anything, but
hey,
honestly,
not about that. Our time, we have all 8:00 games, bro. We have all 8:00 games. So
they got the Mohadin brothers, all right. So I'm not gonna tell you how they got them, but they got them, all right.
Okay,
they're great. That's why they're third place. They're a great team.
They got Zaha Hussein too.
All right, relax. Great. 5 goals against. Again, huge testament to their goalie, Huzaifa. That's 5 goals. I mean, that's in 4 games.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like
they have good defense.
That's really good.
They have the lowest goals allowed. We have a PM here that says Riaz is like the Bradley Martin of Islam. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know who that is.
We don't know who Cam is. Shout Cam though.
Yeah, and then we have Arsenal here saying Riaz is too humble. Shout out Riaz and all goalies for their guidance. All love. So yeah, I think we have a goalie alliance here. All the goalies standing up for each other.
It's like it's the goalie coalition, I guess you could say. All the goalies, sometimes you get love. You get love when you do whatever, and you get hate when you lose. So goalies got to stick together. Also, all these guys, goalies to the top, right?
Yeah. So we have Ikhlas in 4th place.
They had a good start to the season.
They had a good start. 15 goals for, 12 goals against. So, not more. 12 goals against. And so
we got 13 against.
Shut up, man. Yeah, Green, again, same thing. They led by veterans. They have a young guy on their team, Kyle. When they have that line on with like Osman, Munawar, Ali, Saini too, Farouk is really good. They're tough to stop. They're not the fastest anymore. They can still move. They all can still move, but you get the ball here, before you know it, the ball's on the other end of the floor or on the other side of the rink, and they're moving and going to shoot the ball and probably score because they just shoot and they score, right? So that's one thing Green has, but they have to tighten up that defense.
For sure. And yeah, kind of we haven't played them yet, and so I think we play them this week. But one thing that we've seen from the other games is really these guys have a lot of chemistry, and so it's just breaking up the passes, interrupting it, and breaking out of our zone, and kind of not dangling at the red line. Because I think that's how a couple of times this season, Mooney or Ali picks it up off the player getting out and goes back in, and just shooting it. So
one thing, you can't no matter, you can be 20, you can be 45, it doesn't matter how fast you are, and the hanger. If you can zip the ball around as fast as you can move your head, you'll be fine. That's where that chemistry comes in. That's why they're always dangerous. It doesn't matter how old they are. They're gonna keep playing, and they're still gonna be better than most teams because they can zip that ball across the floor.
For sure. Yeah. So we have Rida with 3 points. Only 1 win, 2 losses, and a tie. I think they also were short-handed for 1 game because everyone was at like that Niagara tournament. But these guys, they're a much better team than what's showing. So just like last season, I was on Bully's team last season. We were 5th place going into the playoffs and ended up winning it all. It's just because we had no full.
When everyone shows up.
Yeah. So
I think when they get everyone there, though.
We're only 4 games in. There's still 8 more games to go. But I really think these guys can improve, and there is stuff there. I think likewise with Sabra as well. I think you guys, it's only 4 games in, so it's not time to panic just yet. And you're only 2 points off of 3rd place. So
I mean, we just need that win. All our games, there's been the goal scored in like the last 30 seconds to a minute. So
yeah, now. We haven't had a full complement of players in any of the games. We've been short anywhere from 1 to even 4 guys. So I know 9 and 6, a lot of guys, but you can't underestimate the rolling of consistent lines when you have 3-3-3, 2-2-2. When you have 3-3-2 and then 2-2-1 or 2-1, then it's like stuff gets mixed up. Guys are tired. So one thing is we get our guys out this week. I believe we have all our guys, and then closing the game again, like I said before. That's something that starts with me. It extends to him, and then it goes to the rest of the team. We got to lock it down. We got to make sure that we're playing safe hockey, basically, right? Especially when we have a 3-2 lead with 2 minutes left. That game against Red, we lost with 30 seconds left. Again, that was on me. But we got to lock it down. Once we lock it down, we'll be fine.
For sure. And honestly, I think you guys are what?
Riyadh, who is that guy, man? What's going on here,
this
is weird, man.
Yo, who's in this chat, man?
Can we suss it out and beat him up or something?
Yeah, no, basically, yeah, bro. Do you know any of these guys?
I don't know who these guys are. I know who Adam Syed is.
Yeah, I know Adam Syed.
He's weird.
That's my bro. Adam Syed is asking who's KM. So he says that you know him, Riyadh. So, that'll be a mystery. Maybe this guy will be the unknown commenter on every podcast for the season. We'll move into last place now. Taqwa, who's 0 wins, 4 losses, 0 ties, 6 goals for, and 19 against.
I think it's their defense.
Yeah,
their games look good. They're putting the pressure on their games, but I think they just need to score.
We played them in week 2, and it's cut. Basically, Yusuf and Ibrahim went to go see UFC in California, and so these guys started a couple of wildfires, and then they just bailed on their team, and so that was that was in week 2, and then I think these guys are gonna need to make a trade, maybe 1 or 2 trades, and would you guys be willing? To get into business with them,
Now, I'm not going to say anything other than there have been talks, but we get rebuffed every time. So that door is closed until they open it. It gets anything, even just pleasantries, not even
They need to make some moves.
Stop. Not even a trade. It's just pleasantries. They just shut down right away. So
wow. So you're hearing it here first. Taqwa has been rejecting, trades and not being as nice to Sabr as they want. So maybe something's gonna change after this week, especially if you guys lose and they lose.
Like a tie.
Wait, are you guys?
We play against them.
You're versing them, yo. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot you were versing them.
Yeah, we play. So if we win, maybe they'll,
Yeah. So. We actually had a poll in the league chat. If you're not in the league chat, by the way, and you're watching this, please join the league chat. It's the only way you're gonna get league news. But most of the league, out of 50 votes, 27 of them have the game ending in a tie. So yeah. 8 people think that you guys will win, and 5 think Taqwa will win. So clearly, the whole league thinks it's gonna end in a tie. So,
I don't blame him. I mean, we can't win a game, so I don't blame him. But like I said, when we score 3 goals, like we scored 1, 3, 3, 3. That comes down to me. I know Hawks is a team game, but it comes down to me, and I have to shut the game down in the last 5 minutes every single time. Hopefully that'll happen this week. No point switching players between the basement dwellers. Wow, that's
So
a
give
dick.
comment from
Arson Black. He's distant, but
RF wants to trade to you guys, bro. Make a trade, free him.
Our
Make a
combo. Yeah.
we love
RF
you.
wants to
You know
trade
I
to
love
you
you.
guys.
Anyways, like I said, it's just about closing games down. Now this is gonna come down to who lets in less goals. I know that's how it goes, but we shut the game down, we'll win the game.
Yeah. So we have actually Rehan. I think it's Rehan Ghazi, who's not even on your team.
Ghazi.
Rehan Ghazi is saying a 4-0 win for you guys, inshallah, and he's not even on your team. He's on Iman. If you guys win and they lose, you guys could potentially overlap them. So
Rehan, throw the game. There's
their
some
spot.
money there for you.
So yeah, but honestly, I think it's gonna be a good game this week.
Who did you go for? Who's gonna win?
I said you guys. I said you
Hey.
guys because I knew you guys were gonna be on the podcast this week, so that's why.
Wow.
But yeah, honestly, I think it'll be a fun game. What time is your game?
11 p.m.
11 p.m. Oh, great!
Like our fourth one or third
Okay.
one.
Okay,
I'm
so yeah,
Basically on
you know,
Saturday.
it should be a fun game. And yeah, with that, we'll move on to shouting out some of our sponsors. So our first sponsor, it's the Player of the Week sponsor. It's
Nook.
Nook Kitchen. So I'll give you guys a little bit of information about these guys. It's a halal, I believe, meal prepping service, and they really focus on kind of like healthy meals, high protein. They have a lot of options. I took a look actually at their website and so before this, so I could kind
We'll
of.
get our goalie on that. Some healthy meals.
So yeah, Riaz is gonna be the first Iceland player potentially to do a live review of it, maybe. So
A live mukbang. He'll do a mukbang.
he'll do a mukbang on next week's
Him and Rehan Ghazi.
him and Rehan Ghazi.
Yo, nah,
That's
You're laughing, man. That's so dick.
yo. But yeah, basically
And Hamza Gaya too.
Hamza Guy, Rehan Ghazi, and Riaz Hussein. Hamza Guy,
mukbang.
actually, this is Hamza Guy's business, bro. So
Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
Jazakallah for sponsoring the Player of the Week
Thank you.
award. And yeah, these guys, it's a meal delivery service. So you guys pick what you want. They have a big range of kind of menu and items, food stuff. It looks really good on their Instagram. So yeah, we have a comment from Arif Khan who says, I think all of Team Taqwa needs their pregame meals prepped by Nook. So Hamza guy, if you're listening, if you're listening, then you guys can maybe do something. I'm not what is
I
this?
don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Who is this, bro?
That's dick.
And yeah, Jazakallah for the sponsors.
I think it's Hamza Gaya's burner account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll thank our other sponsors now. So these are our jersey sponsors. So if you guys look, not all of us have jersey sponsor on the back of our jerseys. So there's Sacred Tours, who is on the back of Subbers jersey. So Jazakallah to them. We have Alia, who's actually on all of our jerseys. She's our premium sponsor, who's on every single team, and she's been a long time sponsor of the league. So Jazakallah to her for her continued support. And Chocoberry is a new dessert spot opening in the GTA.
Desserts.
I'm not sure where they're opening, but it's in the GTA. They've actually sponsored us before they even opened. So shout out to them.
Shout out.
And Heavenly Desserts, shout out Kizzer for
Shout out Kizzer, Samir Luckenpaul.
Samir Luckenpaul.
Shout out.
yeah.
Shout out.
So shout out all the Luckenpauls. And yeah, basically they're on the Haya and the Iman jerseys. So yeah, Jazakallah to all of our sponsors. We couldn't have done this without you, kind of with your support for this for the league. And yeah, RF Khan says if you pay extra, apparently Gaya delivers the food in the Leafs jersey to you. So Riaz, we'll see you soon.
Yeah,
And-
Riaz. Yeah.
All right, we'll take your suggestion, but no, never mind. I won't say it. But I'm looking forward to that game against R. He's the goal scorer. Code New 10. Shout out Hamza Guy.
Yeah. So yeah, with that, we'll move on now to one thing that we kind of wanted to bring up. The media team needs some help, So I know you guys don't want to always see me on the podcast, and
We love you.
to be honest, I don't always want to be on the podcast either. So we're hiring for a lot of positions, guys. We're especially looking for a graphic designer that has experience with Photoshop. If you do, please DM us, message me, Isawi, anyone on the media team, or DM us. We're looking for a photographer. If you guys have any photography experience, I know one of your boys, he does it for
Ib.
NHL. So I think
Ibrahim.
Shout out to Eve.
tell him to bring his. You guys are versing him this week. Tell him to bring his camera.
Yeah.
So,
We're
We're
get some nice pictures and stuff. You guys can change your DPs and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
New PFP.
yeah. We also need a video editor, guys. So if you guys want to watch the highlights from every game, this is just one thing that we kind of really want to enhance the player experience. A video editor would help a lot. And lastly, a podcast panelist. If you guys want to be on the podcast, literally message me the week before, and I'll try to get you on. And so yeah, please DM us, message us, email us, whatever. If you're interested in doing this, and yeah, we'll go to next week's games actually.
We
So
need Omar Baksh back on the podcast.
What happened to Omar Bucks?
bro, that's what I said.
Hey, man.
Omar,
He's love Omar Bucks on the podcast.
he's
I'm
in a
on
new
board.
country he's in a new country every week, bro. Literally,
Bangkok.
he's in a new
I
country
saw
every
him
week.
on something.
Yeah, he's in Bangkok. He's in he's literally like in
In the
a
gym.
new country every week. He's like, I don't know. So
That's big.
yeah, when Bucks is
He's
ready,
worldwide.
yeah, when Bucks is ready to come back to the league, it'll be fun to
Open
have him
arms.
on the
Open arms.
podcast.
Yeah, love him.
He was on our team back in 2023.
Really?
Yeah, Iman.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll we'll move on to this week's game. So unfortunately, we don't have a graphic, but I'll just read it off
Bring on.
from the website. So we have Haya versus Rida at 8 p.m.
Oh.
So this game is gonna be really, really interesting because we have Haya, who's on a really good kind of roll, 3 wins, 1 losses, second
Yeah.
place. And these guys have Altaf, who's boys with all of the Palace guys that are on Rida.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. So they'll
So
show
it's
out.
gonna be a
for
very
sure.
interesting game. Rida's coming off a couple good results, and same with Haya. So do you guys have any predictions?
I'm gonna go with Rida. I think they're gonna show out. They're gonna bring the power. Haya's good, but I think Rida's really gonna try this game.
I think I'll take Gray. I'll take Altaf for 2 goals. That's my guy, Altaf Panchadi.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, honestly, I think this game might end in a tie, but I think maybe like a high scoring tie. I think maybe like a
Yeah.
4-4, 3-3 kind of tie.
4-4.
And yeah, oh yo, shout out Omar Hussein, Salkom.
Walaikum assalam.
Special guest. How's your leg, man?
Life's good. I'm recovering well. Could probably play next week, but I'm gonna take it easy, rest completely.
Anyways, yeah, you're right about the game. I think 4-4, high octane. He wants to show out against his Palace guys. His Palace guys want to beat him, so it's gonna be good.
Yeah, we'll move into the second game now. The second game is Iman versus Ihsan. So your bro, he's going up against the first place Team Red.
Yeah, good game.
Who do you really kind of see winning this game?
Iman's a good team. They have great goaltending in net. Ihsan's good as well. I think it's gonna be a tie.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Iman. I think your brother's gonna have a great game. I think he has 1 goal on his own net this season. Hey, yo,
It's on video too.
Don't think we forgot about that. Don't think we forgot. It's on video, bro.
Yeah.
So he has 1 goal on his own net this season. But I think he's gonna have a big game. I think he'll have a couple goals. And we'll
I'll take Red because Purple, they're a little short this week from what I understand. No need to spill the beans on them, but they're a little short. They have Zaid Hussein on defense, a little weak.
He's a forward in my opinion.
If I'm David Siamber, if I'm Hamza Ali Zahir, you go right at the guy with the cage, baggy shorts, go right at him.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So we have Zaid Mukaddam here, who isn't playing the
Zayn
season.
Muqaddam.
Yo,
He hasn't played since
he hasn't
2021.
he played one season, got traded, and then just didn't play ever again. So he's asking for 5 big booms for Haya. So I don't know if
Boom.
okay, great. So yeah, we have Dawood here saying Mac also has an own goal from the summer season too. So yo, your brother needs to learn which way the net, like which he's supposed to go. But honestly, I think he's gonna have a good season. I think he's gonna have a turnaround season. He's gonna have a good game. So we have the 10 o'clock game now. It's Yakin versus Ikhlas. So that's my team. Honestly, I think who you guys calling? Like,
I don't know, man. This guy's stupid. All right, you can go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
First.
No worries, no worries. So yeah, it's us versus Ikhlas, white versus green. I think we take the win. We're still missing a couple players, but I think we should bounce back and hopefully can contain Mooney, Osman, and Ali and the rest of the Ikhlas team. I'll give us a win. I think it'll be like a 3-2 kind of win.
You're
Yeah,
gonna contain the big boys on green. Damn.
yeah, I think so.
Here you go.
Yeah, I think you'll contain him. I think you guys will win.
Okay, for
Green's
sure.
been on a little bit of a streak, so
I'll take green only because they got shut out last game. Only because but
Okay, yeah, they might be back with a vengeance.
it'll be a tight game. It'll be a 2-1 game. You guys got good goaltending. You have Hamza out there. If Zach Ali shows up, then if he shows up, that's a big maybe.
Hey, you know what? For the first time ever, he's been at every single game.
Oh wow!
He's 4 for 4. So let's see. I'm pretty sure he's in too. So yeah.
Yeah,
and
it'll be
yeah.
it'll be a good game. You need your top guys. If Wakar's there, I think he's a
Oh
defensive.
my God! No way. The
bro.
legend Mac. So yo,
That's why
Dawood is
Spurs
here
on
saying
net.
they have an own goal in the summer season too. What are your thoughts on that?
You got to do it every season.
Every
I see
season.
Dawood's in the chat. Me and him have a bet tomorrow.
Hey, yo.
Really? You want to share with the team? Share with the league.
If I beat him, he gives me the red jersey for next season.
Wow. That's a very big bet. Dawood has never worn anything other than red.
Yeah, I
So-
know. Yeah, put it up. He's pretty confident, and it's a one-way bet.
Oh,
Interesting.
all the way. I love it.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'll going back to your game. Get out of here. Go back to your game. Green again. They're gonna play super tight. You need your best defenseman there, Wakar, Zach. You have him. It'll be
That
a
line
great game.
won.
Honestly, it could be a 1-1 tie. So I'm gonna say 1-1 tie actually.
Interesting. So
that'd be a
Yeah.
good game.
moving into the last game, it's your guys' game. So you guys versus Black.
That was us.
Yeah.
Against Black. Yeah, I mean both teams have no wins, so we'll see. Might be a tie again, but
It could be a
we'll
tie.
have to on that Siddiqui line for sure.
Okay. So I have a question. What will be like the final straw before you guys make a trade?
I think
Double
no. I
GMs.
don't wanna tip a hand
Double
here.
GMs.
But it's pretty obvious. You go win this for 5 games, or you go win this for 5 games. Whether or not you tie all 5 or you lose all 5, something has to give. Either it's the net, the defense, the forwards. Our scoring's not an issue. I don't think our defensemen are an issue either. They're great. We haven't had a full 6 yet.
Yeah, we haven't. I think we have a full team tomorrow for the first time.
Frooks missed a few games. He was hurt for a little while. He's back. Get him back.
Yeah, Farouk.
The game becomes a lot easier for the rest of us. When you have like a top end guy who's hurt, everyone above him has to not take his spot, but fill that role. So bribes, great.
For
That's
sure.
funny. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna give it to you guys because of the defensive lapses in Takwa's team, and if you guys have a full bench, having your first 3-4 picks all being ex GMs as well is a really really good kind of set for you guys. So I'll give it to you guys. I'll say it'll be closer. I say it's gonna be like 2-1 or 3-2. I think the Siddiqui brothers are gonna play hard.
Yeah.
But I think you guys are gonna squeak away with it, and I think it's gonna be a big game for Josefa Panchpa if he's there.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully he's there.
He's supposed to be there.
We don't know.
He's supposed to be there. That's
Okay.
a big word. I love Huzzy though. I love Huzzy. And
Okay.
also shout out RC, defenseman on Black.
Yeah,
RC Mian. Shout out MBHL too.
For sure. So yeah, with that, we'll kind of wrap up the podcast. So Jazakallah guys for joining.
Anytime.
Yeah, we have in the chat here KM is saying 5 big booms for Riaz.
I think we need a ban.
Yes. So whoever this KM guy is, I hope come on Friday, please. Come tomorrow.
Boom. Yeah, come man. Just reach out. Come.
Yeah.
I like to see who this guy is, so
Pause.
we can like.
You guys can give him 5 big booms too. So yeah. anyways, we'll wrap up the podcast. Jazakallah
All right.
guys for joining us.
Thanks for
And
having
yeah, Jazakallah for everyone in the chat. So yeah, assalamu alaikum.